All right. Hello again, Avengers, and welcome to another exciting daily vlog. This is Daily Vlog 2025, number 240. And today, I am exhausted. Not like, emotionally spent and I'm gonna yell at the camera for a bit. I am just really, really like beyond tired. I feel like I ran a marathon and I don't know what. Well, I mean, it's my brain. I'm randomly having panic attacks on a regular basis, and I think I'm starting to have seizures in my sleep because I'm waking up in pain. Um, but yeah, today, like, I'm not in a particularly bad mood or anything like that. I'm just really, really like exhausted, and I was trying to come up with an idea for the vlog today. Like, I have to talk about this. All right, Cracker Barrel. If anyone doesn't know, Cracker Barrel is kind of a southern style restaurant that's everywhere in the U.S. It's one of the few places where you can get decent southern food in Wisconsin. I'm not saying it's the most amazing food, but it's decent. And I like Cracker Barrel. We have one near enough to where I live that we can get them to deliver, which I like. Because I can't physically go out, so I can still get Cracker Barrel. One of the things I've done a couple of times is I would get, like, they have these like big meal things that you can order, and so I'd get one of those big meal things, and then I'd portion it up, and I'd have like nice food for like a week. So it was nice. Anyway, so they hired this moron of a CEO that came up with this brilliant idea of we're going to rebrand Cracker Barrel. If anyone is unaware, rebranding and revitalizing a franchise that's been around for a long time is exceedingly common. Most major restaurant chains have gone through multiple rebrands throughout their lives and revitalizations, and some of them have gone well, some of them have gone poorly. But generally, kind of the purpose behind it is one, to target a new market, or to two, if the and this tends to be a little bit more common, if the brand has gotten like bad publicity recently that is bad enough that it's kind of sticking to the brand. Sometimes they'll do like a rebranding or a revitalization to distance themselves from the bad aspect and to give people kind of a visual reminder of, hey, we have changed. We are not this bad thing that you remember. We are now this new thing. So the idea that a new CEO comes in and comes up with this idea of, oh, let's change the branding a little bit. That's not a crazy idea. But the thing she decided to do was so moronic, and I'm not talking from like the political thing. Like, I don't want to argue about the politics behind it. What I want to talk about is the actual new logo that this moron came up with. And I sincerely doubt that she personally did it. I'm trying to see if I can't find. I need a visual representation of this, just so I can actually see it. Really, nobody. They've gone back. By the way, they said, we're really sorry. It was a dumb idea. There. No, I can't. I'm really getting sick of this. Why is it this hard to find a stupid logo that was everywhere 2 seconds ago? There, for Pete's sake. All right, so sorry about that. So the old logo that they've had, I believe, since the inception of the company, of the restaurant chain, is it's got this old guy that's in like sepia tones on a chair leaning against a barrel. For anyone that doesn't know, a Cracker Barrel was a real thing before we had uh, before we had like refrigeration and modern kind of storage things. Barrels were used a lot to store a lot of different things, and one of them they would store was dry goods, and so a barrel of cracker, it was a real thing. And so that's part of the logo, is this kind of old timey dude in sepia tones sitting on an old wooden chair leaning against a Cracker Barrel, and right next to it you have Cracker Barrel in this extremely stylized font, and it has this kind of weird, almost kidney bean shaped outline around the logo, and it's an iconic logo. It really is. And below that it says Old Country Store, because in addition to eating at the Cracker Barrel, a lot of them would have like a store in the front that you could buy some of the stuff that you could eat there, and other stuff. It's a nifty restaurant. It is an experience to eat there. And again, I personally have not gone to a Cracker Barrel and gotten a bad meal. So the new logo. And the old logo. Again, it had this really, really cool stylized font. The new logo, instead, they get rid of the old dude. They get rid of the Cracker Barrel. They get rid of the Old Country Store. Now it's just Cracker Barrel. Okay. You're really changing the branding here, but okay, let's see where you're going with it. Instead of this really iconic Cracker Barrel font that, part like the end of the K actually like wraps around and it circles it, and it's this nice kind of brown and gold color. Now what it is this rectangle with two parts that look like somebody just gone wheat, no border on it whatsoever, and black lettering using like a really, really standard serifed font. Like there's nothing about it that is unique. And from a marketing perspective, your logo is really, really important, because it's one of the things people are going to identify with the company. And it needs to be iconic. Your logo in and of itself needs to be like a tiny little snapshot of what your company is. And if you think about like really, really iconic logos, like not only do you know the company that uses that logo instantly, but you instantly get a feeling when you see it. Like the Domino's logo. Anyone that sees it knows, oh, that's the Domino's Pizza logo, which has gone through revitalization and rebranding like 3 or 4 times since the inception of the company. I think Domino's was founded in like the 80s. So they've done that, but you can look at any one of the logos and you're like, oh, that's Domino's, because it's iconic. This isn't. Like it's a font that I could find on my computer. The kind of background to it is boring, almost kind of shapeless. There's no hard corners or anything on it. It just kind of looks like a blob behind it. Nothing about the logo is iconic. Nothing about it screams anything other than, oh, look, there's a trademark on those words. And again, people have been talking about, what a horrible idea it was and putting all this policy. But even just from a purely marketing standpoint, you went from super identifiable, which I've said this many times before, 90% of most businesses' marketing budget goes towards what's called product identity, or product identification, or product recognition. That's the word. Product recognition. What is that? It's just that people know your company exists. That's 90% of your marketing budget is just convincing people that you're real. Like, I mean, it really, really is an important part of marketing. And so you took this logo that is iconic, that already has a lot of attitude to it, and it has a feeling to it, and it describes the business, and it's attached to the business really, really well. You get rid of all the unique aspects of it, including the custom font, turn it into an extremely generic version of itself, get rid of one of the colors, and somehow think that's an upgrade. Like, I don't understand, especially in the restaurant industry, where you need, like, people need to be able to look at the front of your restaurant and know what they're going to get in before they walk in. So the idea of, hi, generic serifed font, which is another thing that just seems really, really weird. Generic serifed font on a yellow background. Black text on a yellow background. What the... Again, I have a degree in marketing. I've never gotten to use it, but I have a degree in marketing. As soon as I saw the new logo, I'm like, how... Whoever designed this logo for you needs to be fired immediately. Like, I'm not talking about, hey, John, would you come to my office? We need to have a conversation. I'm talking, like, walk out onto the floor in front of all of his friends and just go, get the fuck out of here. You moron. Never, find a new career. Just never work in this industry again. No, don't talk. Pack your you don't even get a box. This is a flimsy plastic bag that I got takeout in 3 days ago. There's still some Parmesan in there. Put your shit in there and get out. You deserve to never work in an office again. Go get a job at Cracker Barrel. Go get a job washing dishes at a Cracker Barrel. You'll probably be better at that than you are at logo design. My God. It blew me away. Just what a massive moronic thing. Because again, designing a logo that has that much, I can't think of the word, that much character to it. Like, that is really, really hard to do. Like, it's something that takes months, if not years, of focus testing and working with really, really great creative people and pitching and just all of this amazing work goes into creating something so iconic. And then to take something that's already been done. You already have this amazing iconic thing and reduce it down to black text on a yellow, shapeless background is just mind-numbingly stupid. Why in the world would you do that? I don't understand. Again, I'm slightly biased. I like Cracker Barrel. I like their food. It's good food. But even taking that out of account, like, even if I hated the restaurant, I mean, this is literally, this is stuff that you learn first year, like your marketing 101 course. They will talk about iconic logos. I think the Cracker Barrel logo was in my textbook. Like, that's how iconic it is. It is used to teach marketing students what an amazing iconic logo looks like, because nobody has a logo that looks like that. And that makes that product recognition thing, that makes it super, super easy, because you have something that no one, no one's going to look at Cracker Barrel and go, "Oh, that's Long John Silver's, right?" No, you like even if you don't have like the text on it or you can't read the text or whatever, you're instantly going to connect to that. And now black text on a yellow background, that'll work. What? How? How do you make this kind of stupid decision? Uh, I just so yeah. In addition to whomever created it, and if they created it under duress, I apologize for saying that you should go work as a dishwasher and never work in marketing again. But even then, like part part of me wonders if like the CEO comes in, she goes to the marketing team and goes, "Guys, we're going to rebrand Cracker Barrel." And the marketing team, who's been doing the same kind of marketing for this company forever, goes, "Yay, we get to use all that creativity we've had for so long. What are we going to do?" They're like, "All right, this logo, we want to change it completely." That's kind of weird. Like this logo is like really okay, whatever. So what do you want to do with it? Well, just give me some just give me some tries. Okay. Well, this one we're actually going to incorporate the barrel into the B of the cracker. No. That's there's too much there. I really don't like it. Let's try more simple. Okay. Well, how about this? With the Cracker Barrel, we put little crackers crumbs in between them to kind of give it some depth to make it look a little bit more 3D. And we put some shit. No, I still think that that's a little bit too. It's a little bit too complicated for what I'm looking for. Okay, well, what if we just take the Cracker Barrel logo and we actually put it on the barrel next to the guy? No, yeah, I'm really not like it. You know what? Why don't we try this? Let's just get rid of the dude in the barrel. I'm sorry. In the Cracker Barrel logo, you want to get rid of the Cracker Barrel? Yeah, doesn't it kind of feel like putting a hat on a hat? Like it's called Cracker Barrel, but we also have to put a Cracker Barrel. Doesn't that sound kind of weird? No, it doesn't, because nobody has Cracker Barrels anymore. And so a lot of people don't realize that Cracker Barrels are a real, like they were a real thing. No. Let's go ahead and get out. Okay, I guess. All right then. So we're getting rid of the Cracker Barrel. And we're getting rid of the old. Okay, well. So what if we do it this way? Because it's Cracker Barrel Old Country Store, what if we kind of like change things around a little bit and turn it into like a storefront as part of the little logo? Like that would be. You know what? I'm really not liking that as well. What if it was just text on a background? I'm sorry? Yeah, what if it was text on a background? Pulls the keyboard over. Hits print. The ancient laserjet printer on the other side of the room whirs to life. You mean like that? That's it! That's perfect! That's exactly what I wanted. But you know how you just have it on like a rectangle? Why don't you just like pucker the rectangle and then it's perfect? I have a master's degree and multiple industry awards. And you just asked me to design something you could get on Fiverr? I'm going to take the rest of the day off. I have to imagine that that's the only way that I could justify the marketing team not just all completely leaving the world of marketing, because I have seen better logos on Fiverr. What? Anyway, like I said, I thought about talking about this today, and I wasn't sure if it would make an entertaining video, but this is what I wanted to do with my life before disability fucked everything over. Like, I wanted to be in marketing. I wanted to design a really iconic, amazing logo. And watching someone take a really iconic, amazing logo and turn it into generic text on a color background, it hurts. It hurts so bad. That CEO does it. There apparently have been calls for her resignation. I don't think she needs to resign. I think she needs to be fired out of a cannon into something soft. Like, I don't think she deserves to die or anything like that, but her exit from this company needs to be spectacular. Like, shoot her out of a cannon into, like, a ball pit or a foam pit, and shoot off fireworks at the same time and confetti and all this stuff, and as she gets shot out of the cannon, you just hear na 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 na, hey hey, goodbye, and then the entire company just starts walking out of the their home office. All of them just going, and they all have their own like instruments, and it just starts out this na 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 na, hey hey, goodbye, na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye, and suddenly you have like 200 people in a parking lot, just louder and louder, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey hey, goodbye. Then you have the people that are tone deaf going na 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 na, na 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 na, hey hey, goodbye. So I'm happy they're going back to the old logo. What are your guys' thoughts? I may be more invested in this company than is healthy.